my Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, you are enough. Yes, I will be content in every circumstance. Oh, I will be content in every circumstance. Yes, I will be content in every circumstance. 'Cause Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, consumed. If the altar's where you need us, take me there, take me there. If you're looking for an off, we His love is his fire, and his fire is his love. So let me burn with love for you. Let my heart love fiercely. Let my love be a fire for you.
Of his life already given. it go, set it blaze, uncontrolled. I want that fire, I want that fire. So light a match, let it go, set it blaze. I want that fire, I want that fire. So light a match, let it go. place, we offer everything. We give back to him the things that he's placed in our hearts. And so I'm going to let Travis share. And after that, he just wants us to move into that offering time. We have cards in the back. You can write those expressions of your heart and of your love and of his love on those cards and put them in the bucket. Or if it's a financial expression, you're more than welcome to do that too. But we just let him love us first. And from that place, we're just going to release that blessing again today back to him.
So I know I don't need to get up here and say this, but I wanted to get up here and say this. Because I was sitting there thinking about it, and I looked down and saw the last song they're going to sing, and I'm just like, man, I'm going up there and saying this. First off, thank you, Jesus. Second of all, how blessed are we on a regular basis with this worship? And I want to say thank you to Hannah and Kyler, with mom and dad out of town and getting up here like they have and bringing us into the presence like they have this morning. How blessed are we as a family? I wanted to give you guys kudos for the presence you brought us into as you sing this last song. I love you guys so much.
is my love note. Can you hear it? Oh, I love you in the morning, in the noontime, in the evening. You're my one thing, you're my dearest. Is my love note. Can you hear it? I love you in the morning, in the noontime, in the evening. You're my one thing, you're my dearest. Is my love note. Can you hear it? You're my one thing, you're my dearest. Is my love note. Can you hear it? You're my one thing, you're my dearest. Is my love note. Can you hear it? You're my dearest. Is my love note. Can you hear it? Oh, I love you in the morning, in the noontime, in the evening. You're my one thing, you're my dearest. Is my love note. Can you hear it? Can you hear my love for you? Can you feel my love for you? It's extravagant, it's everlasting. Can you hear my love for you? Can you feel my love for you? It's extravagant, it's everlasting, it's never ending. Dinner for two, just me and you. Let's take some time to sit down and dine. I broke my bread and poured out my wine. I did what it took to make you my bride. A dinner for two, just me and you. Let's take some time to sit down and dine. I broke my bread and poured out the wine. I did what it took to make you my bride. I broke my bread and poured out my wine. I did what it took to make you my bride. Bringing us back to the garden, back where it all started. All the sins have been pardoned. Now we just get to be together. Now we just get to be together. Now we just get to be together. Yes, we just get to be together. Oh, we just get to be together. Yes, we just get to be together. 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 All around
brought my own box of Kleenex. So we're going to sit right here in this space. And Haley's going to play while we listen. Okay? Because this is the love note from the Father. Jeremy asked Davey and I to prepare something for this part of the series that he's doing on the parable of the sower and the soils. And he said, Mom, I want you to talk about the soils of the heart. Eyes to see and ears to hear. So today we're going to talk about eyes to see and ears to hear. And I just want to start by reading the passage we've been looking at. I think, yes, this is a little short lip here. So I'm going to have Haley keep playing, but you guys don't have to stand up here the whole time. Okay? You have to go to work anyway. I bless you, love. Thank you. Jesus. I have way too much to say, and the Lord just said, just follow me. So I want to start by reading the parable of the sower. Consider this. There was a farmer who went out to sow seeds, and as he cast his seeds, some fell among the beaten path, and the birds came and ate them. Others fell onto the gravel that had no topsoil, and they quickly shot up, but when the days grew hot, they were scorched and withered because they had insufficient roots. Others fell among the thorns, so when they sprouted, the thorns choked them out. But what was sown on good, rich soil represents the one who hears and fully embraces the message of the kingdom. Their lives bear good fruit, and some yield a harvest of 30, 60, even 100 times as much as was sown. If you've been listening to Jeremy's messages over the past weeks, you know that the farmer is the father, and you are the seed. And that the farmer sows generously. He sows us into the world. Why? Because healed people heal people. And it takes healed people to manifest and to show and give God glory, because you're going to look different. We have a big problem. Can you realize that we don't look that much different than anybody else? Even though we go to church on Sundays and we might pay a tithe, and we don't cheat on our taxes. We stay within 10 miles of the speed limit. I'm just going to say that this parable takes us much, much deeper into why. Why did the Lord point out these different types of soils? Well, the soil is the condition of your heart. And most of us, the condition of our heart is a bit rocky. There's an enemy in our story. He's beat us up real well, okay? He started when we were little. And then the enemy just piles on more of what we already know to be true, because it's our little T-truths, our truth that life is hard and that people are mean and that people love you and then they don't. Okay? They abandon you, they reject you, they mock you, they make you feel small. They make you feel afraid. Circumstances aren't what you thought they should be, and they aren't what they should be. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough time. Your health is bad. Your car's breaking down, or it needs new brakes, and you just don't have the money for that. Whatever it is, the enemy makes sure that what we're experiencing is a barrier to experiencing the love of God. What I want you to know is that as the beloved children of God, He loves you. This love song that Zach, scroll the words for me. You just go ahead, and if you get bored listening to me, just read those words, okay? Because this song is the love of the Father persistently pursuing you all the time. While you're asleep, He is right there, sitting next to you, singing over you, telling you how amazing you are, deep into your spirit. He never leaves you. He's unoffended that you don't even recognize that He's there. He's not keeping track of how good you're being or how horrible you're being. He's just loving you, and He just can't help Himself. He's completely besotted with you. He can't get enough of you. And this is His love for you. So let's go back to the parable of the sower. Okay. This is tricky, because when I cry, it gets on my glasses. Then I can't see. So Lord, I'm just going to ask you to help me be able to say this without weeping. You just said good luck with that. Can I do it, Lord? Here we go. I'm just going to remind us that in Matthew 13, it tells us that the man who sowed his field with good seed is the Son of Man, which is Jesus, and the field is the world. The good seeds I sow are the children of the kingdom realm. The weeds are the children of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. Children of the enemy are only children of the enemy insofar as what it feels like to be in a mess on the earth. That's all it is. When things are rough and bumpy and hard. The message of God's love and redemption is now being sown abroad through us as the beloved children and heirs of the kingdom. We are the seed sown on the earth. What was sown on good, rich soil represents the one who hears and fully embraces the message of the kingdom. Their lives bear good fruit. Some yield a harvest of 30, 60, even 100 times as much as was sown. For everyone who listens with an open heart will receive progressively more revelation until he has more than enough. But those who don't listen with an open and teachable heart, even the understanding that they think they have, will be taken from them. These are strong statements. Subject about eyes to see and ears to hear. There's 4 passages in the Old Testament that are right on track. In fact, Isaiah is quoted in the parable of the sower. And Jesus talks about eyes to see and ears to hear 16 times. 7 of them are in Revelation. Okay, he's just cracking me up. He's not letting me do any of my notes. So I'm just going to go to the one in Revelation because I want you to hear this. I have to find it first. It's not going to let me do that either. All right, Lord. You know this one. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I'm going to come in and sit down and have dinner for two. Oh, the words aren't up there. Dinner for two. Remember, we just sang that. He said, we're going to eat together, and then I'm going to put you on a throne, and you're going to rule and you're going to reign with me in the kingdom. Eyes to see and ears to hear. That verse goes on to say, so that you will turn to me and let me heal you. He wants us to have eyes to see and ears to hear, not because you need a good message and you need to be preached at, okay? So that I can come in and heal you. How many of you know that you need some healing? Oh, a few of you. The rest of you need to hear this message. Jesus wants you to know that there is another measure of healing that you can have. And I don't care if you're in my place or if you're at the very beginning of your Christian walk and your relationship with Abba. We all get to have an increased upgrade every day that we're willing to have eyes to see and ears to hear. I know you've heard me say this before if you've been around. I'm a big pig about if Jesus died for me to have it, I'll be having it. Thank you very much. If God put on skin and came down to earth so that he could get to know me and I could get to know him, and that we could be tight and that we could hear each other and see each other, that I could have a relationship with him, if he did that, well, I'll be having that. Thank you very much. And I am not about to let the enemy rob me of what belongs to me. Okay? So, I want you to get real offended about anything robbing you of a tight-knit relationship with God. Okay? So I want you to get kind of, no. Okay? Because it's going to take that. It's going to take that. Because the enemy is a sneak, and he doesn't play fair. And he comes in when you're little, and he terrifies you, and he wounds your heart, and he breaks you, and he scares you, and he tells you you're good for nothing, and that you're not worth loving, and you're just a knothead. I'm pretty sure that's what David was called, knothead. Y'all have had names, okay? But those are not who you are. You were children, and you were loved the best that they knew how to love you. And some of our parents or our caregivers didn't have a healed heart. So they weren't able to love us in a way that helped us receive love and to know that we were loved, and to help us grow up to know that we had potential and that we were important and that we were valued. So, he who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying, so that you can be healed. So, I want to talk a little bit about unhealed spaces. And I want to talk a little bit about the place and the condition of the heart of the church at large. I'm from the church, and my wounding didn't come from my parents as much as it came from my distorted view of the Father God. I didn't like him. I was terrified of him. He scared the living daylights out of me. And then when I died, I didn't want to go to heaven because I didn't want to be with him forever. I just wanted to die and be dead because he scared me to death. And I was afraid of the Christian life because I was a pastor's daughter, don't you know? And you had to be a sacrifice. Didn't we sing about the sacrifice all this morning? I was terrified of the fire. Don't be burning me up, okay? You know, I don't want that. I want to have fun, eat chocolate, and play with my friends. I don't want that. I was terrified that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I knew I'd been given a lot. And I was scared of what God was going to demand of me. And I had all these creepy things that came into my head about what God was going to make me do. And I know you guys have heard me say this before. I'm going to tell you again. I would tell the Lord, please don't make me a missionary. Don't make me go to Africa. Please don't make me do that. There's no running water there. It smells bad. Okay? There's spiders as big as dinner plates, and I'm terrified of spiders. I mean, I was, but I'm not now. I can kill my own spiders now. It's really good. I'm getting healed. But I just knew that this wasn't going to be good for me. But I didn't have eyes to see, and I didn't have ears to hear because I was in religion. And I didn't know about relationship. And relationship didn't come until I got really uncomfortable. So there is a space for being uncomfortable. Because when you know that you're uncomfortable, and when you're feeling uncomfortable, you know something is wrong. I have a blister on my pinky toe right now. I know there's something wrong. Okay? You get a sliver, you know there's something wrong. Discomfort lets you know that things are not as they should be. Raise your hand if you currently have some discomfort. That should be everybody. Hello. Okay. So, it's mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, relational. We live on the earth, hello. Okay? But our discomfort allows us to take a look at what we're not hearing and what we're not perceiving. He who has an ears to hear, eyes to see, and ears to hear. The Lord says, I want to come in and upgrade your life. I want you to come in and upgrade your life. Saved but not healed. Raise your hand if you know that you know that you know that you know that you are Abba's child and you are saved whole. Right, you are whole and healed right now, even when you are uncomfortable. Okay. Yes. You're all positioned now for your next upgrade. Because if you know that you know that you know that you know that Abba loves you and that you're safe, say, I'm safe. Say it again, I'm safe. Okay. Nobody can get healed unless they feel safe. I want you to know that this whole church exists for one reason alone. People to have a safe place to come and get healed. That is the sum of the purpose of this church. You know why Jeremy and Holly didn't want to do this church, didn't want to be the pastors of a church? Because we'd never been in a church where that was the number one thing. Do you know Jeremy gets up here every day at worship and every Sunday and tells you about his journey? Tells you about all the things that the Lord has led him through. He testifies and he gets vulnerable in front of you and he tells you and he shares with you how it is, even for him. Haley gets up here and Zach gets up here and Carla gets up here and Helen gets up here. I'm just going to say we get up here and we share our journey because it's a safe place and I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. And that's new. That's really new. You don't have to like me. You don't have to approve of me. But I know who does. So we're not looking and comparing. We're not judging. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear. Eyes to see and ears to hear. Love. Eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart that understands love. Love. If you don't know that you're loved, you can't heal. You just can't. Okay. I've already been talking about stuff you already know. Now I'm going to talk about stuff that you might not know. Healed is not a one and done. You don't ever get to arrive at dun da da da. I am now whole and healed. Okay. Even though you are healed and whole in the spirit realm, your psyche, your heart, still has stuff that tries to hijack you, tries to tell you that you don't have worth and value, tries to tell you that you're not safe, that you've got bills and you don't have a job and you don't have a place to live and you or whatever, or that they don't love you and they need to. Okay. So this is a journey to healing. Helen and I have had an amazing journey. The fire part is when you tether yourself to the altar. You tie yourself on there and you say, I'm not leaving. Helen and I have tied ourselves to each other. And we won't leave. And I'm not hard to, I can be hard to love. I'm busy. I'm super busy. And as friends go, when I'm with you, I'm really with you. But when I'm not with you, you might not feel like I'm with you at all. That's not a great friend. But Helen has had this grace for me, and I deeply appreciate it. But I will tell you that as we have made a commitment to love each other, there's been a lot of joy and there's been a lot of healing. Helen has brought about a measure of healing in me. I will tell you, it would not have happened without her fire in my face, telling me what she thought about the last thing that happened. Sorry, Helen. Fire and fire, I'm the same kind. But I'll just say, she challenged me at every level. She challenged my theology. She stomped around and challenged my perspective. And the Lord came in and did a healing. He continues to heal my heart. I am not the same as I was before. You know what iron sharpening iron means? This is when we come together as family and we encourage each other to hear from the Holy Spirit. And we remind each other about who we are. And we tell each other, remember that you're loved. Remember that you're important. We hold each other accountable. And it sounds something like this: I missed you. I've been thinking about you. I care about you. Can I pray for you? Can I pick you up and take you to Thursday night? I'll tell you what, healing is on the Father's heart. Healing is on the Father's heart. Eyes to see and ears to hear, so that you can be healed. Say, so that I can be healed. Lord, you're giving me eyes to see and ears to hear so that I can be healed. Because healed people heal people. And I don't mean, I'm not talking about that. Although I've done that. And it works. But I'll tell you this, it's non-relational. At some level, if I just come up to you and I don't have a relationship with you, I'm going to tell you relationship heals. I've gotten a word from strangers that did nothing compared to what relational healing does for me. Love heals. Commitment heals. So we are in this together. Healed people heal people, and healed people know they're loved. You're loved. You're loved. I'm loved. I am. So, let's talk about how do you know if you still have a wounded heart that's hindering you from being salt and light in the earth, the healing agents out there? How do you know? Well, let's just take a little inventory. Okay, ready? Don't raise your hands. Do you get annoyed? Do you get frustrated? Do you say bad words when nobody's listening? Sorry. Somewhere along the line I picked up a potty mouth. Unhealed place. Do you get angry quickly? Do you feel depressed? Do you feel insignificant, unseen, unheard, not known? Do you feel like your plans are thwarted all the time? Do you feel like you can't just get ahead? Do you feel bitter about life? Do you worry about money? Is your health really bad? Do you lie sometimes? I did. A lot. Thank you, Travis, because those are the words. Are you self-protecting? However that looks. If you're self-protecting, you know you have wounds that are unhealed. Whatever self-protecting looks like, sometimes that's just eating more than you need. Maybe that's just smoking, or maybe that's just whatever you do to self-soothe. Maybe that's just Facebooking, puking on Facebook. Travis, I'm going to invite you up here if you... I'm really happy to hear this, because for Travis to know this, that means he's on that path. But if you're self-protecting, that blocks love. That blocks the love of God from coming in and doing the work and plowing up the soil, okay? So that the rocks can come to the surface, so that you can turn and be healed. All right. I'm going to invite you to go home today and make a note of some of the things that are keeping you from having a dinner for two, just me and you. What is it? Not yet. What is it that is a barrier between the next level of Wahoo life? The next level of Wahoo life. Do you know that eyes to see and ears to hear leads you to the Wahoo life? And you know what the Wahoo life looks like? Somebody tell me, what does the Wahoo life look like? Okay, it looks like freedom. It looks like joy. It looks like peace. It looks like waking up and feeling like you're in heaven. It looks like connection. It looks like restored relationships. It looks like safety. It looks like, hey, my health is improving. I want you to know that your health improves. You get an upgrade at every level. I want you to know that you could get rid of a whole bunch of those meds you're on. You won't need them. You can get rid of everything that you have that is something that is helping you cope. Whatever that is. Eyes to see and ears to hear so that I can come in and heal you. All right. We all know someone who is having a harder time than us. Can't we just pick out all the broken people out there? Oh yes, pray for so-and-so. Yeah, they're really broken. They're really having a hard time. They've fallen away, they've fallen back, they've relapsed, they're lukewarm. They have stopped coming. They're disconnected. We just judge everybody. Makes us feel much better. That's so church. So church. I want you to know that I'm just going to tell you a little bit of the story about our healing. We fostered some boys. And we did it because it was the right thing to do. And we could. And it was the Christian thing, go help some kids. Because we had a great childhood and we figured, let's just pay that forward, right? And our kids were grown up enough that we could just pay that forward. So we took our first boy and we brought him home and he was 9 years old. And every ugly thing that I swore I never had came out on full view for everyone to see. And I mean everyone. I about lost my mind. I definitely lost my temper. Because this child was so on red alert that he was terrified of everything. And his behaviors were things that I didn't understand. And the Lord said, howdy. Eyes to see and ears to hear, and I didn't have them. I just reacted. And we just reacted all over the place. And we got rules, and we did boundaries, and we tried to get everything squared away so that they could be safe and we could be safe, because we were not safe, because everywhere we took this child became a danger zone for them and us. In fact, we got uninvited places. Even in my own family. Yeah, don't bring him over here. And it wasn't because we weren't parenting well. We were parenting to the best of our ability. But let me tell you, this one was a wild one. And we said, well, he needs a brother, probably. And so we took another one. And the two of them plotted about how they were going to stab us with a pitchfork while we were sleeping. All right, I just want you to know that. That whole journey of understanding a traumatized child opened up eyes to see and ears to hear that we didn't even know were blocked. We didn't know what we didn't know. David and I are going away this week to write about we didn't know what we didn't know. But the revelation of the Lord is faithful when you have eyes to see and ears to hear. He's like, really? I've got secrets for you. This is going to help you. This is going to help you. You're going to know something that you didn't know before, and you're going to know what to do. And you're going to have the upper hand, and you're going to walk out of that, and you're going to go, wow, what just happened? And it's all because the Lord came in and ministered to us in that space where we didn't know what to do. Eyes to see and ears to hear, so that I can come and heal you. And I said to the Lord, can't you heal these boys? Aren't you going to heal these boys? And he said, no, I'm going to heal you. Well, I didn't like that, because I felt like I was pretty okay. I mean, they're the ones that are broken. And he said, oh, honey girl. So it was either get healed or jump off a cliff. Because I'd made a promise to these boys that I was going to keep. Davey and I had told them that they were our forever sons, and we would never let them go.
because it's the right thing to do. We at least knew that. Dinner for two, just me and you. This is where we cried out to the Father and we hung on for dear life. And I really want to tell you that if you want to get another measure of healing, you're going to have to really want it. Because it's a choice. It's a choice. The Father's not going to make you. He's not going to chase you down and tackle you. He's not going to tie you to the altar. I tied myself to the altar. I'm still there. I'll never get off. Thank you. The altar is your yes. Tying yourself to the altar is your yes and yes again and yes again. So, here we are. And the Lord says, I'm going to heal you. I want you to know that this church exists so that you, us, we have a safe place to work on our junk and to let it go and to get the upgrade. Eyes to see and ears to hear so that I can come in and heal you. We're about ready to do a spectacular thing in Roseburg. And all of you and all of us on this healing journey, by the way, I want you to know that all of your pastors, Zach, Haley, Jeremy and Holly, Papa and I, and all the rest of you, okay? We say us because we're the same as you. This is follow me as I follow Christ. That's what this is. This is family. This is connection. This is community. And when we can sustain that and expand that, that's called salt and light, and that changes the world. The world's pretty dark right now because we live in a very traumatized society. The trauma has increased, I would say, 100-fold in the last 5 generations. And now, if you haven't had trauma as a child, you're being traumatized as an adult by those who've been traumatized. And so the shock is like, well, they can't get over it. That behaviors are so out of control. But behaviors are out of control because the wounds are so deep. But people get healed just by being in love's presence. Put your hand on your heart. Say, I'm in love's presence. Okay. If you're in love's presence, wherever you go, love is there. Healed people heal people. You can't love others till you know you're loved. But when you know you're loved, you are reckless. You can't keep your love to yourself. You don't care. You don't care. You just pour it out and it's just there and you have no expectations in return, none. Because you have so much, it's overflowing. It's like a geyser. It's pouring out of you and it's shooting to the sky and it goes everywhere. And love falls on people that you don't even know that it hits. That's what changes a city. We're about ready to do something the day before Thanksgiving. We're going to go love with turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing and green beans and gravy. Lots of gravy. Cranberries and rolls. Sparkling cider. Fine china. Linen tablecloths. Waiters and waitresses. Worship and testimonies. And honor. We're going to honor people. We're going to let people know you matter. We see you. This isn't God's plan for you, but we're here and we're loving on you. Dinner for 2. We're going to go be Jesus. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to love. I want you to know that our recovery community is so huge
that it's going to take 250 servers to wait tables. Yeah, and some of you have already signed up. Please pick me. 4 o'clock with dark colored pants on and a white shirt if you got it. And if you don't, just come with what you wear. But I'm asking for black and white if you can. Okay? So we just want people to feel honored. Yes, and dignity. It is from 5 to 7. Servers come early. So, this is the beginning of the beginning. Roseburg isn't even going to know what happened. I think this is groundbreaking. I know this is the start of a huge tidal wave. This is uniting churches. This is stirring up people that have not volunteered ever in their lives, that are like, I'm going to go be a part of that. This is taking the recovery community and giving them a way to give back. Some people have been under the bridge. Some people have been out in the cold. They know exactly what it's like, and now they're on the other side and they're driving truck. Yeah. Okay, now they're on the other side and they're serving and they're living like never before. Eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart that understands. Salt and light. Healed people heal people. Okay, I'm going to end on this. Thursday nights, the mornings. Thank you. Peace. Peace come. Thank you. Eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart that understands. In this place where love comes in and makes all things right. Everything's okay, guys. Love makes all things right. We're going to be very hungry and be very planful in the way that we ask the Lord and engage with Holy Spirit for your next level of healing. Everybody has something in their head that's popped in. Yeah, that's a place I could let you come in and do a work. This is a place where I still feel afraid. This is a place where I still have anxiety. This is a place where I still get depressed. This is a place where I'm unhealed. This is a place that I've got an addiction. This is a place where I have a habit that I need to kick to the curb because it's hindering me. Thursday nights is where the leadership come, okay, and we pay attention to our own recovery. We all say, my name is Christy and I'm in recovery. I'm recovering from whatever it is that needs to be healed next. And this is a lifetime journey. I want to tell you, connection is the opposite of any unhealed place. We fall back because we forget that we're not alone. We forget that we don't have to do this by ourselves. Okay, Travis, I'm going to send you home with some notes. But I want us to know that every morning, Monday through Friday, we have worship. I want you to know that Sunday mornings, you can come and get infused with the power of the Word of God. And I want you to know that Thursday nights, I wish I could implore you to make Thursday night your night. Because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we go through the steps all year long, 1 through 12, and we remind ourselves of what we're working on. What step are we on? What thing are we overcoming? What upgrade are we going after?
I just wanted to tell you guys about another exciting thing we have going on. We're having a can drive for helping to support the Dream Center. So what we want people to do is anybody who has any extra cans, none are too small of an amount. You can bring them. Usually you can find me or up at the sound booth and give them to one of us. And right now that what they're doing is for every bag of cans we give them, they're giving us that amount and then like half more between the 15th and the 24th. So if all of you guys have any friends that have cans they want to get rid of, or neighbors or yourselves, then just think about us and bring them and we'll restock them into our bags.
Awesome. This week is David's tent. Jeremy and Holly are in D.C. and worship in the morning. You'll be joining what's going on the mall at the Capitol. So this is all 50 states represented 24/7, 365 days a year, has been established for several years on the mall at the Capitol. And Jeremy and Holly are there taking a time period for Oregon. All right. I hope that this has encouraged you to go to the next level of opening up your heart and opening up your eyes and opening up your ears so that the Lord can come in and heal you. There's no judgment about having something that needs healing. We all do. I'm going to tell you one more thing. I feel really proud. Yesterday, David and I have been overcoming a pattern in our marriage. And yes, we've had patterns. We're still madly in love. But we were trying to fix the dishwasher. And it's awkward because you have to stand on your head, pretty much, and go in a hole. And you're having to deal with electrical. And we're in a little house that has the breaker boxes mislabeled. So David was agreeing to fix the dishwasher for me because the way that it was, my garbage disposal wouldn't work unless I crawled under the sink, and my arms are too short to reach the back. So I had to like pull things out and get my whole head in and turn on the garbage disposal. I wasn't really digging that. And so I was like, Lord, I know this is a convenience, but I really would like it. And David, honey, would you please? And he's like, oh, okay. So we'd had a great morning, la, la, la. And so we pull out the dishwasher, and I turn off all the breakers that I thought that said kitchen, right? And David's like in there stripping it apart, getting ready to put in a plug. So he's putting in a new plug, okay? Pow! That was a live wire. And he burned his finger and his thumb. So I'm getting egg white, putting it in, fixing my man, okay? And you could tell that he was just like, first it hurt, and second of all, this is exactly why he hates having to deal with appliances and things like that. You know, he left that behind when we gave the appliance store away. So here we go. So he's upset, and he held it together. I have to tell you, he was like magnificent. He finished the job, and we had to take it apart and do some other things, and it wouldn't go back in. We had to take it apart again, take out this apart and take that apart. I'm just telling you, it took about a good hour. And we're both, I'm scalpel, pliers, light, We worked together really well, but I could tell David was like, he didn't misbehave, but I could tell. So he gets all done, and it's all put back together, and he makes a comment like, this is why I want you to have someone else do the appliances. Your mother does not appreciate how much I do in these houses. And that's probably true. She doesn't even know how much David does for her. We're in one of my mom's houses, by the way. It's okay. So I took that as, you made me do something I didn't want to do, and this is your fault. And I thought, I'm going to cry right now because that really hurts my heart. And I do appreciate him, and I do try to tell him how much and I told him probably 100 times, thank you, babe. Thank you for doing this. Thank you so much while we were doing it. And then when he said that at the end, I'm just like, really? Really? I mean, what do I have to do to prove to you that I'm so appreciative? And I thought, And I thought, you could refuse to be offended. And I thought, I could. Huh. What would I have to do if I refused to be offended? So I said, okay. I didn't feel any different. And I said, babe, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to refuse to be offended. And he went, nothing. Okay. Good, that's good. And I didn't feel any different yet. And I was still a little hurt. And I just kept saying, refuse to be offended, refuse to be offended. I'm going to refuse to be offended. Okay, what would it be like? What would it be like for me if I wasn't offended? What if that didn't hurt my heart? What if he didn't mean it that way? So I said, I know you didn't mean it that way. And then that opened up the door for him to say, babe, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way. This is what it looks like to get healed. You just keep practicing. You just keep practicing. I refuse to be offended. That right there will set you free on every level. I'm just going to say, okay? But I want you to know that Papa Dave and I, we get it, that we're still getting a healing, and we're learning new ways to relate to one another. And guess what? Healed people heal people. All right, that's all I have. Haley, I bless you because this music is the softest, because the Lord is not here to heal you. You get in line. No. But this is how we feel. We feel like the Lord is like, okay, you're next, and you're next. And by the way, I saw that, and you need a healing. That is not him. That is not him. This is him saying, I know you're cold. I know you're sad. I know you feel afraid. I know you're irritated, Christy. I know that you feel alone. I know that you don't know what the future holds. I know that you're afraid of what's next, or you're nervous that it's not going to be okay, or that you're not going to be able to make it. And I got you. That's what healing is. I've got you. Just let him lead you and hold you and love on you. And that's why the Lord just kind of, I've got pages here. I didn't say a word of them. The Lord blesses you and keeps you. The Lord smiles down on you and shows you his kindness. The Lord answers your prayers and gives you his peace. The Lord covers with you. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Today is fun and powerful. You go and be healed. Get really intentional about eyes to see and ears to hear so that he can come in and heal you.